what we're doing here. Hey, that looks all right. Got good angle. Let's get the floor. There we go. Slightly. So I'm testing a new setup for this workout here. Okay, so just getting started here. All right, so welcome to the stream. It's the second workout stream tonight. This morning we did back and biceps. Went for off stream, we went for a small run doing sprints. Tonight's workout is a HIIT workout, which stands for high intensity interval training. It's really good for fat burning and building your cardiovascular. I'm going to do a 5 exercise rotation. We're going to start with jumping jacks, go to mountain climbers, which I did both of these on Tuesday night. Then I'm going to do plank crunches, so a modified version of a plank. We're going to do side leg lifts and then step ups. So working a lot of the lats, the ab, and lower the hips, the legs today. I'm going to do 1 minute of work for each exercise. I will rest for 20 seconds in between each exercise. Then I will move on to the next one. Once I've completed all 5 exercises, that'll be 1 round, and I will rest for 30 seconds. Then jump into a second round, going 5 rounds total. As you can see, I'm just using my basement floor has a light carpet on it. This workout is designed for people, again, who maybe don't have gym access. Maybe you're on lockdown like me, or you're just trying to get in shape and you don't really have any equipment. All these exercises can be done with literally nothing. You can add weights if you'd like. So a little bit about myself while I get a little warmed up here. I did go on the spin bike for 10 minutes, get the heart rate up. My name's Mike. I'm 34. I've been a cook for 17 years, and I'm trying a new career path. I am in lockdown, like I just said. I live in Ontario, Canada. It's not a full lockdown, but a lot of businesses, restaurants, gyms, everything are closed down right now. I'm trying to find a new career path, and I've been doing fitness for over 8 years. Most of it self-taught. I run OCR competitions. Nothing professional yet. I would like to get there, and I'm hoping this avenue is a better step to get there. So just get our stretching in. We're going to stretch the legs, stretch the lats a little bit. That's what we're working on. You can get your arms going. If you want to join in, that's great. You don't need to go the entire minute. You can create your own workout. So if you're a beginner and you're just trying to start out with a routine, maybe go 30 seconds on each exercise and rest for 30 seconds. That's what we did Tuesday night. And we still got good enough to get a sweat going. It's all about keeping your heart rate up. You want to keep your heart rate at your magic number. There's an easy way to tell it. You can Google, I believe it's 220 minus your age is your maximum heart rate. You want to keep it about 85% of that at a constant rate to be burning good fat. Now, I have a Tabata timer on my iPhone as an app that I usually do my exercises for, but currently my iPhone is my camera. So I'm going to be using my watch and the best I can to watch that I'm doing the proper times. So again, we're just kind of stretching everything out, getting the hips loose. We stretched a lot this morning. Again, I did the bike. My goal is on this channel currently is to become a Twitch partner. So for that, I need at least 50 followers and 5 people commenting at the same time. I appreciate every follow, every comment. If you guys have suggestions, ideas, I'm very new to streaming. This is only my second week of starting this. So lighting, camera angles, things like that, I'm open to suggestions. I have had some requests for shirtless streams, and I wasn't sure on the policy, but I guess in the fitness category, men are allowed. So tonight I might, let's try it out. Let's see, what else can we talk about quickly? I am trying to allow music into the stream, but again, I'm not entirely sure on that. I was playing my Spotify that I pay for, and I was getting my videos muted. So right now I just have my music on my AirPods in the background. Actually, turn it down a bit here. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of get started. Again, warm up, you want trying to get the best angle I can of obviously my upper and my lower. I understand I get the laptop camera is not exactly ideal. So we'll try the best we can to get best of both worlds. Let me actually move this back a little bit. After this is just going to be a short stream unless we get a lot of people that have comments or questions, and we can kind of extend it. So if we go over the exercises of 1 minute working and 5 exercises and 5 sets of those, so that's 25 minutes with a 20-second rest in between. So we're doing 1:40 of resting with 30 seconds of rest at the end. So 2 minutes and 10 seconds of resting at the end of that. So we're looking about just over 30 minutes, roughly around 35 minutes total. So if you have that set aside and you want to join in, yeah, that would be great. I would like to, again, this is kind of just a testing platform for me to see how it works out, see if people are interested in fitness on Twitch. And I would like to eventually maybe have enough gathering that I can maybe start professional Zoom classes, just both one-on-one and in group setting. So I'm going to be showing each individual exercise, and then from there we will go ahead and start up. So jumping jacks, now we all used to do these in school. I don't know how the criteria is nowadays, but a jumping jack, pretty standard. We're going to jump up, arms touch the head, touch at the top, sorry, and back down. So knees slightly forward, bend forward. Okay, jumping jack. Mountain climbers. So you're gonna go down, palms are lined up. Your arms are lined up with your shoulders, palms flat on the ground. Legs are in a triangle-like position with your body. And you're going to bring one knee up, then the other knee up, and back down. Keeping that core tight. And we're going to do this again for a solid minute. Now, if you're learning, if you're new, you might want to take a slow pace. You can also step these up. So that's a mountain climber. Plank crunches. So we get into our plank position. Okay? And from here, just like mountain climbers, we're going to be bringing one leg up at a time. And that's a plank crunch. So the HD camera, this one's a little close. I might have to go back. Okay, side leg lifts. We're going to go down on our side, one arm up, and simply raise your opposing leg straight up, and you should feel tight all along here. Now, because we're focusing one leg, if you're watching your timer at roughly 30 seconds or so, I'm going to try to quickly switch over and get the 30 seconds on the other leg. And step ups, so you can do lunges, which we showed last stream. If you don't have any kind of sturdy bench or a chair, a dining room chair works if it's sturdy enough to be safe. Put it against a wall. So a step up lunge is literally just stepping on it and up, down. Next leg, up, down. Next leg, up, down. And you're literally just stepping up. Again, you can put a dining room chair against here, with obviously the seat facing out. If you do not have a sturdy chair, if you don't have a bench, you can also just do lunges. They work just as well. Step forward, dip down, knee touches the ground, push off with your leg, back to neutral, switch legs, down, push off with your lead leg, back down to neutral. Okay, so those are the 5 exercises we're going to be doing tonight. Again, this is about just over a 30-minute exercise. And from there, if there's no comments or anything, I will end the stream shortly after. And then I will go on to have my protein shake, my dinner, and then I will be loading up probably some Warzone to start, and then maybe a little bit of Binding of Isaac after. Okay, so we're going to go ahead with, we've got the timer ready. I'm going to start with jumping jacks. We're going to start now. So we're breathing deep breaths in our nose, holding, breathing out through our nose. If you start to fatigue, breathe through your mouth, slow and controlled. at 35 seconds. So these are great exercise, like I said, to build your endurance. If you're trying to lose weight, it's 5 seconds. And rest. So we're going to rest for 20 seconds. Stretch out if you need to. Grab your water. 20 seconds goes very quickly. We're going to go into mountain climbers. And again, you can adjust your times. You don't need to do a full minute. It's all about keeping that heart rate up though. Ten seconds. Okay, and rest for 20. We're going to go into plank crunches. 5 seconds. We want to be in position for the workout right at the time. Already feeling the burn in the arms. And if you're fatigued, if it hurts too much, feel free to stop, rest it out, get back going. Don't rest the entire time. $15 more seconds. Five seconds. And rest for 20. We're going to go side leg lifts after this. And we go. Again, I'm going to try around 30 seconds to switch. Ten seconds. And rest. 20-second rest. We're going to go up to the step ups. 5 seconds. And go. Switching lead legs every now and again. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. And rest. So we've done one circuit. 30 seconds of resting. Stretch out, grab your water. Ten more seconds of resting. And we go. Five seconds. Rest. Ten more seconds. Going down to the mountain climbers. And go. Fifteen seconds. And rest. Go into our plank. Get our crunches. Reposition here. Arms are fatigued, gonna weigh them out quickly. Again, if you have to take a break, that's fine. Just make sure you keep going, you don't run your whole clock out. Ten seconds. All right, shake it up. Rest it up. Anybody who's new, we're doing a Tabata, high intensity training workout. Oh, we got, sorry, a couple more seconds. Here we go. Side leg lift for 1 minute. So we're getting that heart rate up, burning calories, sweating it out. 30 seconds, we switch. I would love to hear where you guys are from. Trying to get it adjust on the time zones. All right, 20-second rest. We stream currently 7 days a week at 6 a.m. and 3 night streams. Step ups. So once you get the hang of it, and you got your breathing under control, pick up the pace, comfortable. We're looking, again, to burn calories here. Sweat out. Push our bodies to the point of exhaustion. That's the point of a HIIT workout. You can rest after. And rest. Sorry, 20 more seconds. Getting confused. All right, so 30 seconds of rest. We're now at 150 heart rate. Feeling good. Breathe it out. Ten more seconds of resting. If you need to take longer breaks, go ahead. Jumping jacks. One thing I learned doing my Spartan race was a 21K, the first one I've done, was that the first 3 kilometers are rough. Everything after that's exhaustion. Just gotta push that mind, push your body. You can take a lot more than you think you can. I kind of forgot to keep track where I was, so I'm going to stop at the 5 seconds. And rest for 20. Ten more seconds. We're going to go into our mountain climbers. And here we go. Stretch it up. Ten seconds. And we pause. 10 more seconds of resting. We're going to go to our plank crunches. Rest the arms a bit. Shake them out. It's a bad idea to set 2 exercises that work your arms in a row. Okay, I'm going to take an extra rest on this. Arms are very fatigued. We're now in rest mode. 20 seconds. Oh. 5 more seconds. And let's go for 1 minute. Switch it up. Fifteen seconds. And rest. And hit the step ups. Ten more seconds. Sweating up a storm now. Here we go. Switch that leg. 10 seconds. And stop. So we're on a 30-second rest. Appreciate the viewers. If you guys smash that follow button, if you're not already a follower, I appreciate it. Our goal is to get to 50. Hit that Twitch affiliation. Get that sub button. All right, 1 minute of jumping jacks. I will be streaming the PS5 gaming tonight. After the workout, we will do, I will, as I said, get protein shake into me. I will have my early dinner. Then I will hit the gaming. Probably start with some Warzone. Then go to some Binding of Isaac. Tomorrow's stream, if no technical difficulties like this morning, 6 a.m. Strength training. Every morning, 7 days a week, 6 a.m. strength training. 10 seconds. Any comments, any questions you may have, exercises you're interested in seeing, body parts you're interested in working on, feel free to comment down below, leave me a message. My Instagram tag is in there, MikeB606. My YouTube is currently getting videos uploaded to it, mostly gaming right now. I'm going to work on the fitness ones and get the editing in, and then that is Dolath also, same as my Twitch. Talking here, a little behind. Mountain climbers for 1 minute. Switch the lead leg. Thirty more seconds. I'm going to take an extra seconds break. My arms are just killing me, on fire. That's what we want. 20-second rest. We're going to go into those plank crunches. Should have thought of this through before I picked a routine, but yeah, we're here to go to full exhaustion, so that's all right. We're in plank crunches. That's killing my arms. I gotta take an extra 10 seconds again. 20-second rest. And side leg lifts in 5 seconds. Okay, swap, 30 seconds. 30 more seconds. Struggle with this leg, that's fine. Work through it. 30 seconds of rest. We're gonna go to step ups. Keep hydrated. 5 seconds. And we go. 30 more seconds. Ten seconds. And rest for 30. Going to our last set. Shake it out. Here we go. 1 minute. Twenty seconds. And rest. Get in position. We're going to mountain climbers. 5 seconds. On we go. Twenty seconds. Push through the pain. We're here to destroy our muscles, fatigue every part of them. 20 seconds of rest. And go into these dreaded mountain climber, or these planks. 10 more seconds. Shake it off if you have to. 30 seconds. Arms, shoulders are literally getting in. Okay. 20 seconds of rest. 2 more exercises. Ten seconds. And let's go. switch. "20 seconds. Five. Rest. 10 seconds of resting and on to our last exercise. Give it everything you got. And let's go. Start early. Your legs. Ten more seconds. Done. We got it. Thank you, thank you. I actually just completed 5 rounds. Sweating. So, just an example of my watch. 33 minutes, 42 seconds. It says I burned 389 calories. Now, I'm already a lean male, short, average build, lean male, and I burned that many calories in 33 minutes. Just push through it. And I even stopped a few times. I had to rest a little extra. That's fine. We got the heart rate. My heart rate's only at 135 right now. I feel great. Other than tight quads, sore shoulders. That's to be expected. We did a good shoulders and legs yesterday. Today we did back and biceps. I'll be feeling it in my arms tomorrow for sure. I feel like I could go on a run. I feel good. So that's the workout tonight. Again, it was just a small, a good HIIT workout, not extremely long. That's the question. Out of the two, I would play Hades first. The thing is, we just had a mid-season update for Warzone, so things kind of got fixed for a little bit. There's still a lot of broken things. So I'm kind of giving that a go with some people that I play with. Binding of Isaac, I just got Repentance, so I've only dabbled maybe total of 7 hours into that. Lots to go on that. I've got Diablo 2 I've taken a break from, but Ladder will be coming probably in a month or 2, let's hope at the earliest. So there's still that. And then, I do have my fitness, my running, and a full-time girlfriend. So it's hard to justify sitting and playing video games for that much. Again, with the goal of this channel is to get that sub button, get a little bit of income to subsidize with the hours that I can spend playing some video games. So right now I don't have a new game set, at least this month. We can look at next month once I get a bit more into Isaac and get some more unlocks going. I'm going to let the cats in if they decide to come in. I'm gonna go grab a towel quick. Ma'am. Alright, so we managed to wake one up. He thinks he's getting fed though, that's the unfortunate part. So a little bit of recovery. It's got some green grapes. Just a little handful of green grapes, green apple, and my toxic. What's the laptop, hon? My toxic thing is Coca-Cola. This is not good for you, but it's good to get a huge sugar dose, preferably a good healthy sugar dose after a high intensity workout or a long run. Off the computer, please. So I'm just going to chill here for a few minutes with the cats. Okay, if you guys have any questions, any exercises you'd like to see, tomorrow will be, again, 6 a.m. strength training. I will be doing, it's my rotation to do a chest day. So if there's any certain exercises, areas of the chest you'd like to see worked on, I'll probably focus up more on the upper chest, but I also haven't done much of the lower pecs in a very long time, so I may work on those. Oh my god, a cat touching all the buttons. All right. Yeah, no, I heard it was good, and it's hard to play a bunch of different games all at once. We only have so much time. Okay. Yeah. Last couple we've just done straight barbell bench, mixing with a few extra other exercises. Tomorrow I think I'm going to avoid. I'm going to do a dumbbell workout instead of the barbell. So again, maybe if you're at home and you don't have a power rack and a whole barbell setup, but you've got a couple dumbbells. Now, when the first lockdown happened 2 years ago, I had gone to the store and I managed to pick up a 120-pound dumbbell and 125-pound dumbbell, and that's all they had. So I was literally doing chest on my floor with one of each and then alternating hands and trying my best to get what I could do. What other shooters do you play? That's it right now. So I've never really been a shooter guy. My first Call of Duty was Modern Warfare 2, and I got into that because of people I worked with played it. I fell in love with that game, and gradually they have kind of been getting less into COD since. I played Destiny. I attempted to play Destiny 2, but that game was trash. I played all the Borderlands. They kind of went downhill after the second one. Let me see, what else? I've attempted to play a lot. I played Outriders. That game was another AAA disappointment. I attempted to play Battlefield, at least when it was in the beta. Wasn't my thing. I've I used to play Overwatch. I have like 5,000 plus hours on the PlayStation on Overwatch. The problem with I love Overwatch. I think that is easily my favorite shooter of all time. Um, it's an amazing game. The problem is it's a team based game, which means anytime something is mainly team based, you are going to have 90% of the time toxic teammates, people that first don't want to play the objective. Secondly, they only want to play DPS, or they'll want to pick a character that doesn't fit with your setup, or they want to be the guy that wanders around on his own, and then you'll get people that just constantly throw and derank you because you took a kill and they didn't get it. And so I stopped playing that a couple years ago. I was getting pretty bad on the rage, but I do love it. I'm looking forward to Overwatch 2. I know that's on hold right now, but Blizzard, get your shit together because your last few releases, like fucking Call of Duty, have been ass. I guess we can't really see Peaches here. He's just kind of chilling here. Yeah, I mean, essentially it's a rehash of the same game, but it it does have added content. And I mean, if something's not broken, don't fix it, right? Overwatch is still, even now, it's still great. It's just the community. It's lackluster. If you, it's kind of like Diablo 2, right? Like the game was phenomenal. It has a few issues, but all they did was reskin it, and it's amazing. It didn't need to be adjusted. I'm glad what they're doing with it now though is kind of tweaking some of the skills, adding in a few new rune words, things like that is all right with me. But if a game's great, why not take the old school game and remaster it into something amazing? I would love to see a remastered. I know it'll never happen, but like a Super Mario RPG. Um, a Grandia is my favorite of all time RPGs. It's my favorite game of all time. The first Grandia, the second Grandia is equally as good, but nostalgia for me is the first. I prefer the storyline of the first. Those games I would love to see. Now I got those. I literally bought a Nintendo Switch because they were remastering those games on the Switch only at the time, and I was I love the games, but I was heavily disappointed because they had a lot of the same issues, especially the second game. It had even the remaster has all this screen tear that it used to have, skills that were like just caused mass lag, crashes. It had more crashes than the original games ever had at the start. But they're phenomenal games, and I'll even still years later here, I'll still pop on my Switch every now and again and start a new file on those games. I'm an RPG fan at heart, JRPGs mainly. So again, I am testing the times. I know like a lot of people don't like to get up super early, especially people not having to go to school if they're in lockdowns and things like that. people work. If they work at 8 or 9 o'clock, some of them don't want to get up at 5 or 6 to get ready and watch a workout. So I am playing with the times a little bit. For now, I'm going to keep the 6 a.m. stream. I waiting to see some feedback. I'm getting some days I'm getting anywhere from 1 to 3 views on the mornings. Again, I've only been doing this not even 2 weeks now, but I notice like my videos are getting around 25 average, around 25 views total, even a day later. So it might be just that it's the time zone thing. Maybe people are more interested in watching it around supper time or after their dinner or 10, 11 o'clock. I don't know. I got to figure all that out. Elder Ring. That one is the kind of Dark Soulsy type of game, I believe. I played Dark Souls 1. They're good games. I just not for me. Didn't really get into those kind of games. Graphically, they're phenomenal. Um, I know a lot of people love those games. They're just not something I'm interested in. The Witcher 3 re-release for next gen will be an auto buy for sure. I'm looking forward to, let's see, the new Horizon Dawn. That game was phenomenal, so the sequel can only be better. Let's hope. Final Fantasy 16 will most likely disappoint me like 15 did, but I will get it. I don't know what these cats' fascination is with the keyboard, but so yeah, I would love to have the cats in here, just as a view while we're doing the workout. But unfortunately, they're just little kittens, and they love to get under your feet, and they're very cuddly. So I don't want to stomp on one or drop a weight on it. Oh, see. Sadly, I never played Final Fantasy 9. I was the one Final Fantasy I didn't play. I've heard great things from it. Um, but my favorite, I grew up loving 8, and then 10 I spent way, 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 way too many times re-renting that game and owning it and re-owning it. Bought the remaster, actually bought it twice for 2 different systems. I've put so many hours into Final Fantasy X. I had the see, I don't get her name mixed up. Yuna, the summoner girl. I had her so maxed out that she one hit with her staff. The final boss, like. See, I like the story of 10. The only shitty thing about 10, which most people say, is the blitzball. And like, as a kid, I just didn't understand it. And yes, I agree. So I played 12 as a kid. I bought Zodiac Age Remaster for the PlayStation 4 before I had my 5. And I started reliking it. It took me a while to get into it. The story, I could not get into the story. I still to this day have no idea what the heck the story's about. But the gameplay took me a while to get into it. And once I got into it, I actually really enjoyed it. My one friend, he says that's his Final Fantasy of all time, favorite Final Fantasy of all time. I can see why. It is mechanically, it's a great game. I love the idea of the hunts and stuff like that, and how it's kind of got this open world concept. Yeah, I just agree. The story is fucking terrible. I don't even know. It might be great, but I just don't know what the heck the story is. 13 took me a while to get into with the combat system. I learned to enjoy it. Oddly, 13 Part 3 is my favorite of the series. and that has the worst reviews. But I played that one 100%, completed everything of, it's been so long, 50 floors, whatever, of the secret dungeon, killed the secret boss, replayed it again through hard mode. That one would have been way better had the time. Like, that was the thing. The time kind of was like, the story was bland, and the time was just, it was kind of like, we're just going to throw together a quick game, so people are going to play like 3 hours of it, and then you're going to run out of time. Oh. It's an awfully long game for that short of a story, to sum it up. Because I put at least 40 hours into that game. I don't even think I'm near close to beating it. But I'm kind of one of those guys. Like, I'm one of those people that like, if I'm playing a game, I wouldn't want to say, I don't say I want to min max it, but like, I want to do everything. So like in The Witcher, it took me a very long time, because when the game like initially came out, it was like, okay, oh look, there's these story quests, but then there's all these 10 side quests around it, and you got these hunts and everything. I got to do every one of those things before I advance to the story, and that's how I play my games, especially my open world games. So they take me quite a long time. I was really interested in the Pokemon Arceus, because that was the idea of the open world Pokemon. But the more I looked into it, the more reviews I read on it, it's not totally open world. There's actually 5 separate worlds, and it's single player only, and you don't actually like fight monsters. Essentially, you're catching them all, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't want to play this. So I'm kind of glad I didn't pre-order that. But judgment. Yeah, get your gaming in. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to end this stream here, and gonna go probably cook some rice, uh, get something small to eat, probably load up the Call of Duty, and let's see, it's 5:11 now, so by 5:30, so about 20 minutes, I'll load up Call of Duty. Um, Now, I don't have a camera for the PlayStation, so it's just straight gameplay, but I can read your comments and everything. So anybody that tuned in today, I appreciate it. Anybody who's watching afterwards, I appreciate it. And if you could follow, that means so much to me. I really do appreciate it. My YouTube is Dolath. My Instagram is MikeB606. Um, yeah, so I will see you guys on Call of Duty if you are inclined to watch.